guys, and welcome to another video. Today I am wearing my University of York hoodie that I kind of live in, and I thought I would wear it because this video is going to be about open days at the University of York, so I thought it would be appropriate. So I thought that I would run through what happens at the open days generally, what happens within the law department specifically, what it's like to be an ambassador, as well as some advice I would give people. So firstly, what actually happens at a university open day? So at the University of York, we have two campuses, so what happens is there's shuttles to each campus from in the city, and then there's buses obviously from each campus, so you can explore them both. Most of the times the accommodation's open, so you can have tours of all the accommodation, and then there's like ambassadors positioned all around the campus, so you can go up to them, ask them questions, people kind of give big tours. I know that within some departments, some of the lecturers or professors go out and give tours around sort of that department or little bits of the campus. In addition to that, all of the food services and catering and things are open, so you can go and have a look around them as well as, you know, be fed for the day. And also on East Campus, I'm not sure whether this happens on West just because I've never been to West on an open day. I'm always positioned at East and I'm always like, I can never leave. So at East, there's kind of like stalls, and so there's a stall outside each college which will kind of have people from the committee or ambassadors helping out there, just so you know there's a point of contact there that can give you information about the college, as well as direct you to where you need to go to get a tour of the accommodation. There's also stalls ran by, I want to say, sports type of stuff or societies or things like that, and they're kind of like positioned all around the place. There's a few of those, so you can kind of get an insight on what other things are on offer other than accommodation and courses. So that's generally what happens. What happens at law is, so I've been an ambassador with the law school for like a year now, so I mean I've done 3 or 4 lots of open days. I mean, you lose track, they all blur, but at least 3, maybe 4. What happens at the law school is people come in, they come to the front desk, that's normally what I am. Then they'll ask you any questions, you hand them the brochure, give them a pen, because I tell you we need to get down those pens. So you come to us, we hand you those. Then if you'd like a tour, we direct you to Louise, who is always on the front desk, and then she'll grab an ambassador and you get a tour of the building. Or if you don't want a tour, you've had a tour, then you can come back to the front desk and ask any questions. So that's like the gist of mainly what happens, like the minimum of what happens are there are people to speak to and then you get a tour. The tour at the law school basically consists of, you go up the stairs, you literally look around the PBL area, then you take them back down the stairs, you see the mock courtroom, and then that be that. So you kind of just see like where most of the seminar teaching happens. And then there are 2 talks that happen throughout the day, like 2 different types of talks, there's multiple talks, but 2 different types of talks that happen throughout the day, which are in the main sort of lecture hall in the building. So I guess if you go to those, that you see where lectures would take place in addition to where the seminars take place. So the 2 talks that take place are, there's like the PBL talk, which basically, because we are the only university that do problem-based learning sort of approach in the country, we outline what that is, how it sort of works with the law degree, how we're different to other unis, what modules we do, progression, study abroad, that type of stuff, I believe, happens in that talk. It's about 30 minutes an hour. They happen a few times a day. That's talk 1. Talk 2 is my favourite thing ever, it's so fun. It's called You the Jury, and basically it's where Loz, like the admissions tutor, puts on his wig and gown and he goes against a lecturer. It's been Ben before in the past, the BFP before he left. Or now it's Patrick. So they each kind of take on the role of the defence or the prosecution, and they do like a case. I think it's Dudley and Stevens they do. So the case that they do is about, my memory serves, it's a real case. They're stranded on a ship and they want someone to kill, and do they kill, they draw lots or something to try and pick who they're going to kill. And it's whether it's the cabin boy, and then they don't draw lots, and then they just kill someone off. And it's basically, the question is like, is it murder? Is it the cannibalism? Is it murder? And should it be? And what happens is they each present, like each lecturer will present their side, which is fun just to see them get really into it. And it's not really a side the students like us, we get to see when we're in their lectures and stuff. So it's kind of fun to see that. And plus obviously they get the wig and gown on. And then the audience get to like participate and they get to vote as if they were the jury. So it's quite interactive and it's fun, and it's just a way to kind of get you thinking about law and some of the debates that we like go over on the course in a way that requires you to have no legal knowledge. So like everyone can participate in that. So with a collection of everything that we do at the law school open day is you get tours, you can speak to people, you can see what the course is like via a talk, and then you can also kind of participate in an actual mini lecture. So I feel like we do quite a lot of stuff that covers quite a variety of things that actually happen on the course. So I think it's a really good insight into what we do on the programme. So that's kind of what happens. What is it like to be an ambassador? Well, I really like being an ambassador. I feel like I need to say that straight off the bat. Like, I really do like it, and it's an opportunity to talk about yourself all day and get paid. Brilliant, right? It's one of them, like, obviously there's pros and cons to every job. I do genuinely really like it. The cons are like so minor. It's just stuff like you have to say the same speech to everyone all day. So sometimes genuinely I will be there and I'll be like, have I told you this? I'll be like their faces all blur sometimes, and I'm like, wait, what group is this? Where was I at in my spiel? Like, what have I told you about? And I'm like, sometimes I'm like, have I told you about accommodation? They're like, no. And I'm like, brilliant. And then you have to go back into your spiel. So sometimes like it melts your mind talking to that amount of people, like hundreds of people all day saying the same type of information. So yeah, other than that, like, it's a really great job. A lot of people are quite enthusiastic and keen, and just to sit there and talk about something that I know like the back of my hand. Obviously I've been on this course for 2 years, so I know it well. To talk about that and to have people, you know, questions and stuff like that, it's great. I feel like this leads me on to the third section of my video quite nicely, which is the advice that I would give if you're thinking of coming to a university open day, or you've been to some, or you're going to some, or whatever. Just stuff to reflect on in true YLS style. So I've obviously met like a load of people that have come for open days, hundreds and thousands probably at this point, like my emails. The advice I would give all kind of falls under the heading of just be interested, you know? You have no idea the amount of people that come to an open day and let their parents do all the talking. And I'm like, you're 17, you should at least be able to engage with in a conversation with somebody of a similar age to you about something that you're going to commit 3 years of your life to. And if you can't do that, it then makes me think, like, are you best fit for an environment that is a very collaborative learning environment? I mean, and I'm not saying, you know, people that are shy or whatever, I feel like that's completely different to the people that let their parents just ask all the questions for them and aren't that interested. Like, literally there are people that you'd be like, oh, so, you know, what stage are you at in your studies then? And then they'd look to their parents, and then the mum will be like, yeah, he's in second year of A-levels or whatever. Or there'll be things like, I'll be like, so what area of law are you interested in? And then they'll just like slow blink at you and then be like, dunno. And you're like, great. So yeah, that not really keen on, just because I feel like I'm dedicating my time to be here, you're dedicating your time to be here, just let's make use of it. Like, I feel like me, as well as all the other ambassadors, the staff that are there, we're literally the best resources that you could have to grill us about anything and everything to do with the university, the city, the course, student life generally. Honestly, I am in a position that some people might want to be in a few years, i.e. that I've gotten into this uni, that I've did pretty good in my A-levels, that I am now doing well at uni. Like, I look back and I just think, you could literally ask me about how I prepared for my A-levels, or what A-levels I took, or like a study revision advice, or, oh, do I go out into the city much? What's that like? What's, you know, making friends? Anything and everything to do with student life, you know? What books would I recommend before coming on the course? But they don't. Like, literally, people have the same 3 questions of like, what accommodation is there? Do you like the course? How much holiday do you get? And you're like, cool. And like, and that's fine if genuinely that's all you want to know, and that's all you need to know because you're happy to go to any university. But at the same time, you know, I feel like people could ask way more questions, and it ultimately is just down to like thinking about genuinely everything that you're going to need to know to make your life easier before you come to uni. Write them all down on a piece of paper, go around to ask every single uni, you know, like, utilise the people that are there, you know, ask a shit ton of questions. Trust me, they will love it. They will not be annoyed that you've asked them 201 questions. They'll be very happy. I guess that also leads me on to do research beforehand. So because we do PBL, which is so niche to our uni, a lot of people will be like, so I've heard you're different from other unis, explain that. And sometimes we're kind of like, oh, we do a talk that's all about PBL, like go to that, like, or do a bit of research online. Like, you can find out about how the course is structured from reading a couple sentences online. So the fact that they haven't done that before coming here is just kind of a bit disappointing. Like, it's different if they went, oh, okay, I've done research about PBL, you know, how do you find it? Or could you tell me a bit more about the process or whatever? That's fine, because it shows that you've done a bit of research in advance. But sometimes I just get the feel that some people just come to the open days for a day out, and I'm like, do you not have anything better to do on a Saturday? Like, it just, some people, it's very evident they haven't done any research. They'll be like, oh yeah, I really want to be a lawyer. And I'm like, why? And they're like, oh, I don't know, just do. And you're like, oh, okay. You want to commit 3 years of your life to a law degree. It's a big commitment. It's a big commitment of any degree that you do, you know? So just go and have an idea of what the course is, what they're offering, so you can have a more engaging, insightful conversation with people that are there. So that also leads me on to, when you are there, talk to other students that are there. Best advice I could give. So I only went to one open day. So I was in London at the time. All the unis that I was pretty much applying to, other than SOAS, were outside of London. So I was like, am I really gonna get £100 train ticket up to York just to look around a uni? No. But I did go to one because it was down the road. It was City Uni. It was kind of like down the road from where I was, and I thought, well, let's have a look round. But I'm saying that I met 3 people at that open day, and they are still some of my closest friends to this day, and that was like, what, 3-4 years ago? We speak all the time, like, so it's so nice just to speak to other people there. They're in the same position as you. They're going through the same stuff as you. They're going to be applying when you're applying. They're going to be doing A-levels when you are. Like, utilise that. They're just mates that you can have that necessarily aren't at your school. Like, it's brilliant, right? And then finally, my advice will be, take notes, because especially if you come to me when I'm ambassadoring, literally I will give you so much information. I'll be like, this website, this book, this, that, and the other. Like, write it down. I would say, because I know myself from conversations that I've had with people, like, you're having a really in-depth, insightful conversation, and then you walk away and you're like, wait, what did they say? So yeah, write stuff down as you go, as you're talking to people, and then also take photos, because I feel like you can go and look around a uni, but if you go and look around 3 or 4 unis, I feel like they'd all blur. So take photos, take videos. Yeah, that'd be my advice. So just be interested, ask everybody and anything and everything, take a load of photos, write a load of stuff down, and basically just engage in everything. Go to the talks, even if you think they're gonna be boring. You've kind of trekked to the uni, they're only half an hour. What have you got to lose, really? Yeah, and equally, if you're coming to York for law, that's obviously all on East Campus, and you see the accommodation on East Campus. Go to West Campus too, because there's a lot of people go and live on West Campus, even if they're going to the law department on East Campus. So you kind of need to see both parts of the university in order to know whether you want to come here, I think. So yeah, that would be my advice. I hope this video was insightful to you if you're coming to an open day or anything like that. And if you do come to York for an open day in the future, come and find me. I'll be at the front desk. I'll be wearing like a bright blue top that has like a York student ambassador on it. Come and have a chat. And even if you just tell me you've watched this video, it'll make my day. So yeah, I feel like this concludes my video. So thank you for watching. I will see you next week. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.